from being an educator to now a car salesman.
Architects.
I'm on the best side of the west side, call it rolling through Vallejo.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Rizal Riz repping Team Mazda at the Vallejo Auto Mall off Columbus Parkway. And it's been a whirlwind here at Mazda here in Vallejo. As you folks know, Vallejo is kind of a challenged demographic and city. So we reach a lot of folks in our Napa, Sonoma, other 707 area code cities. But a lot of other folks go to our other corporate sites in the DGDG realm like Concord, Fremont, San Jose. We moreover serve that NorCal customers who want that better discount for their Mazdas. And we're right across a Toyota dealership. We're in the same DGDG realm as Cadillac and Chevrolet, and Mazda, we're our own small store here. But we get a lot of support from corporate. So how did I get into this? Before I was 21, right out of college, getting my undergrad degree at UC Santa Cruz, Go Slugs. I was a high school teacher for 3 years. So through the pandemic, I taught multimedia, US history, world history. And then during that time in between, I got my master's at UC Merced. I thought higher ed and going to CSU Maritime was going to be my next step to, be that professor, be in the classroom and teach larger classes. But there was a layoff time at our school. We were supposed to be at 1,500 cadets. They were only touching half of that at the time. And mind you, this is a California State University. So like Sacramento State, San Jose State, but very niche, being a quasi-military maritime industry. During the pandemic, when I got my car at Concord Toyota, my car, researching more of it, was actually a Mazda 2, but Toyota badge car. It's a Toyota Yaris, which is the Scion IA in North America. So looked more in the infotainment as well as the XLE trim, and I was like, this leather wrap steering wheel, this HVAC system is coming straight out of a Mazda MX-5 Miata, mind you, the ND1 at the time. And having this 2020 hatchback, I'm like, let me customize it, let me make a JDM. And also the dealership of Toyota didn't really want to take care of this vehicle. That's why it became discontinued. And right across the Toyota dealership in Vallejo, I saw Chevrolet, Cadillac, Mazda. And I'm like, maybe one day I'll be a car review enthusiast or looking more to review cars and get people good deals. But I'm like, I don't really trust that side. However, dealing with that Toyota Yaris from Concord Toyota and my brothers personally getting a vehicle from Chevrolet, the EUV specifically, all of our experiences with the salespeople at the time, I know it was during the pandemic, we had masks on, a lot of situations were happening and a lot of tempers were short. And with that, I'm like, how do I tell them the features, advantages, and benefits of this vehicle? And I kind of really see Mazda as that Honda Toyota defectors, if you will, separating themselves from the Japanese brands in terms of luxury, class, and capability, and also reliability, but tapping into more of that German market, surprisingly. And personally, when I saw my Yaris, I'm like, I think I can sell a Mazda, because why did they make this car in the first place? And then Mazda had an opening, I interviewed, everything was very, very quick. And mind you, I'm also looking at other higher ed jobs because my job at Maritime was being deleted. And I looked at Sac State, I looked at the surrounding areas, and I'm like, public government agency is gonna take a while. So let's move on to this private industry, which I actually studied during my master's program because it's called Be Happy. How do we make the car buying experience less than 2 hours? How do we make our customers happy from start to finish? And that's what really resonated with me and what I admired during my master's program of organizational culture and management. How do we change the narrative of not being a sales consultant, but I'm actually a Mazda OEM Product Specialist? So I have to be certified in these new vehicles if I want to sell a product, obviously. And I believe everyone should do that. So learning all this Mazda DNA, I'm like, wow, used to be Ford. Used to be Scion with Mazda. Obviously, the corporation of financial services with Mazda is under Toyota Lease Trust. And looking at all these cars, I'm like, I'm going to study it like I did my history class, like I did for my students. But I'm using those transferable skills as an educator of listening to kids, listening to parents, listening to circumstances into that attentive listening, and also understanding folks' needs and circumstances for a vehicle. And it's all about being transparent. Clearly, I'm having little lot parties and delivering cars here and there, but you want to make the car presentable, You want to be a trustworthy person, and you'll want to have that experience of how can I have someone feel emotionally attached to the car early on, making phone calls, following up emails, sending them photos, making videos on YouTube. And now I'm at a good lengthy first ever month of sales in the month of May, my first ever sales job ever. Sold 12 cars right off the bat. And I don't know how I did it. It was a lot of help though with my management, with the new management coming in. My sales manager was awesome. My team members were awesome. Not a competition, and it's more of a supportive environment. That's why I want to continue staying here, and hopefully I can move up in the corporate ranks of Mazda corporate or DGDG corporate of being a manager. But this is where the fun begins, folks. And also why I feel like those skills of being a teacher and understanding people's stories and how I can help gauge them to the vehicle is what's making me stay. And personally, I love it a lot. We'll see how the months in the future will go. I am in an at-will position, so I don't know how the future will look like, but I'm going to continue grinding, continue having fun, and look at these new Mazdas that I hope can, break the bank or get a lot of folks into this luxurious brand that's trying to compete with the other high-end manufacturers for a really good price point. Of course, I'm going to be biased, and of course, my story is very unique with a Toyota Yaris Mazda DNA car, Skyactiv technology in these new CX 30s, 50s, 70s, and 90s. Now, of course, researching some Mazdas are made in Salamanca, Mexico, some in Huntsville, Alabama, and then obviously in Japan with our CX-70, 90, and our CX-5. We'll see in the near future, folks, what Mazda will have in store. Hopefully we see more sedans. Hopefully we see electrification. I know the RAV4 system from Toyota is going to be in our CX-50 as it is already overseas in Europe and Japan, in Europe and Asia. So I'm gonna do my best to keep reaching clientele and get them to Team Mazda of Vallejo, because we're not really high on foot traffic. We're really landing them on the phone, and video presentation is what I'm trying to help and build my repertoire and my resume here at Team Mazda of Vallejo. So I really appreciate all my subscribers. You're wondering how the heck did I get here? And I'll tell you, being an educator, from doing multimedia, a lot of behind the scenes with my videographers and photographers around the Bay Area, across California, matter of fact, and seeing these concerts, and now using those skills into car manufacturing and car selling. It's been a huge success, and I can't thank my past mentors and past peers a lot, because you've seen a lot of movies, a lot of people reach their peak, but as long as you're happy at the end of the day, and yes, I am tired, but as long as you're happy, you're passionate, and you can go to sleep not stressed, that's the type of job you want. And I'm super blessed to still work here in my hometown of Vallejo and be close to my family and team members, so we can make this store a success. Anyway, Rizzy's Rides out. Hope to see y'all soon. Come contact me and experience Team Mazda Vallejo, 707-647-9103. And please drive safe, because someone cares about you. DG, be happy, baby.